What I watched on Netflix.
What I Watched on Netflix is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Hello, welcome back to yet another What I Watched on Netflix. What are we at now? Episode 9? Episode 9, I think. Episode 9 or 10. We'll figure it out after. This time I watched Bad Match. It's a thriller. It's not a horror film, it's a thriller. It's kind of like a Fatal Attraction type film, but kind of done in modern times with the whole Tinder app stuff, that swipe right, swipe left. I don't know, I've never used it before. Just 1 second. Okay. And, so the film. Let's go through the film first. The film is directed by David Chirchirillo. David Chirchirillo. Yes. He was a writer on Cheap Thrills, which is another Netflix film that's actually pretty good. It stars Lili Simmons, who plays Riley, the kind of crazy chick. I'll explain a little bit about the story there in a second. And it also, the lead guy who plays Harris has the amazing name of Jack Cutmore-Scott. Jack Cutmore-Scott. Love it. He was in The Kingsman, Secret Service. He was also in Dunkirk. He played a lifeboat soldier. I'm not sure how extensive that role was. And it was released in 2017. Okay, so the story is Harris is kind of an internet playboy kind of guy. He uses the Tinder app, and he always swipes right when he sees a woman because he assumes the odds are if you swipe right 100 times, maybe only 50 will match, and then maybe only 25 will contact, and then maybe only 5 will actually be, a legitimate contact or serious, and blah, blah, blah. So he's constantly going out on dates, and he always uses the same moves of pretending, to know what you're going to drink and stuff like that. And it seems to work really well for him. He seems to have a pretty good life. The character is, when you first start watching a movie, you're like, he's an all right character. He's not too bad. And then he meets a girl by the name of Riley, played by Lili Simmons. And Riley is a little bit, she's a little bit obsessive, I guess, obsessive compulsive. He dates her, like he goes out on a date with her, he sleeps with her, and then she was like, why don't you stay, and blah, blah, blah. It's nothing like super terrible what she does, she's just like, why don't you stay? And he's like, no, because he doesn't feel a connection or something like that. And then she contacts him again, and she's like constantly messaging him over and over again. And he doesn't really like her. He doesn't feel that connection. She doesn't really understand that he doesn't feel that connection. But he still sleeps with her again, right? Like, it's his own damn fault. And then she kind of stays over when she's not supposed to, and then she causes him to be late for work or something. I don't know. It's he blames her for turning off his alarm clock, whatever. Get up, you lazy ass. And but then she pulls this kind of prank that kind of makes you go, ooh, okay, maybe she is a little strange. Definitely, she's not crazy, maybe, but she's a little strange. So he's trying to get away from her, and hello? What are you doing? I'm doing my video. What are you doing?
You're interrupting my curling.
Yeah. I'm going to leave this part in.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. So you're holding the cat. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of crazy. Okay, where was I? So she pulls a prank, and then he's like, see, now I'm all confused as where it was. She pulls a prank. You start to realize, okay, maybe she's not completely there. And then some other stuff starts happening to him, and he suspects that it's Riley doing this. So he's kind of going a little crazy because his job is at jeopardy, his life is in jeopardy, and basically that's it. That's kind of the gist of the movie. It's like a Fatal Attraction done on a lower budget, basically. There are a few kind of twists and turns that take place in the movie, but unfortunately the movie's very predictable. I could definitely figure out exactly Well, okay, so no, okay, so that's a lie. I'm not going to say I could definitely figure out exactly what was happening. I knew an overall. I had an overall idea of what they were going to do in the movie, but there's one reveal where I was like, okay, yeah, I didn't see that, so that was cool. But the gist of what happens, you can pretty much predict right away. So that's one problem with Bad Match, is that it is a very predictable film. Performances aren't too bad. Lili is actually pretty good as the kind of unhinged woman. Jacques, he's not too bad. I mean, he does some really stupid decisions, but that's more so far that's the writer's fault, kind of. Can't really fault the actor for following what the script says. But yeah, so that is Bad Match. Now, do I recommend giving it a watch? I think overall, even with the predictability, I thought it wasn't too bad. I actually enjoyed it. It's about a 90-minute film. It's not seriously super long. I never really felt it boring. But there are a lot of stupid moments and stupidity decisions made by characters, and there is the predictability problem. But I'd say give it a watch, because you might like it. It's not like a definite recommend that I think you should just go immediately turn on Netflix and watch it. But I mean, if you like those kind of Fatal Attraction, low budget type thrillers, I think you'll get an enjoyment out of it. So that is what I watched on Netflix. Bad Match, kind of a recommend, but kind of not a recommend. So yeah, thanks for watching. I really helped you out here, didn't I? Yeah. So. Anyways. Come on, answer.